Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. And we are working our way backwards through the S's, and we are up to Leopold Stokowski. Yeah, we're still in the STs, but it's going to move, I think, fairly quickly after this. I really do. I mean, I'm looking at this other stuff, and yeah, we'll get through it. But Stokowski was a special fun fact of mine, because this is the Kala stuff. Now, Kala was a label I was associated with the conductor Jeffrey Simon. I don't know exactly whether he owned it or did something with it, because his recordings are on here too. But it's mostly weird or strange or licensed or live Leopold Stokowski stuff that they got their hands on, and that's why I have it. So let's go through it. And this is all Kala for this video. I think I'm looking here to see if there's any more Kala, and I don't see it. So this should be really quite an interesting collection of things, and it really is. Stokowski's recordings, his repertoire choices, as I've said before, were non-pareil. Nobody did anything the way he did as much fun. And the arrangements are often demented, and who knows. So this one is Stokowski and his symphony orchestra, which was like just a pickup group. It was partly sometimes the defunct NBC symphony, or it could have been anything, who knows. But here we have the Humperdinck Prelude to Hansel and Gretel, Haydn's Imperial Symphony. Oh yeah, and really rather cool. And Mozart German's Dance No. 3, the Sleigh Ride, Schumann 2, and On the Beautiful Blue Danube and Tales of the Vienna Woods. A typical Stokowski program. When was this recorded? Does it say? 1950. Let's see. It's one of the greatest recordings of the score, described by fanfare critic Mortimer Frank. Okay, and these were done in conjunction with the Stokowski Society, who may very well weigh in on this series of videos. We'll have to wait and see. Then we've got scenes from Russian and German operas with Stokowski and his symphony orchestra. One thing about Stokowski is that even in the earlier stuff, he cared deeply about recorded sound and was always interested in new technology. And for that reason, most of his recordings sound pretty good, at least relatively speaking. So here we've got 51 minutes of Boris Godunov excerpts with Nicola Rossi Lemeni bass as Boris and Varlam, the priest, the friar, with the San Francisco Symphony and opera chorus. Wow, when was that recorded? 52. And then Parsifal, the Good Friday Spell, and Stokowski's own symphonic synthesis of Act 3 with Stokowski and his symphony orchestra. Oh, wow. The Four Seasons on CD1 with the New Philharmonian. Now, these are Decca licenses, Phase 4 from Decca things, and Messiah bits. And if you have the Stokowski Phase 4 box on Decca, then you have these. So, but they were, at that point, all of this stuff was buried somewhere in some archive, and, no one thought anybody would want it, and so they never bothered to release it. So these people got their hands on it. Beethoven, Pastoral Symphony. Then we have Sounds of Nature, an illustrated discussion by Leopold Stokowski. It's worth it for that alone, let me tell you. It's absolutely fabulous. What is this stuff? Oh, that's right. And then Liszt, 3 Hungarian Rhapsodies. This is with the NBC Symphony, 1954. And then the other ones were, well, it doesn't say what the date was, but maybe it's all 54. It's possible. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, then we've got some Phase 4 things, fabulous Phase 4 reissues. One is this disc of Ravel, Fanfare from Levantine de Jean, the Chopin Mazurka, Opus 17, No. 4, Messiaen, L'Ascension, still the best recording of that, probably. Duparc's Extase, orchestrated by Stokowski, and the Franck D minor. Was that fun? Oh, God, that's fun. Then the Elgar Enigma Variations and Brahms' First Symphony. These are all Phase 4 goodies. And good they are. Delicious. Holst, The Planets, Debussy, Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun. Morton Gould, 2 marches with Stokowski and the NBC Symphony. It's always fun to listen to him do The Planets to see what he's going to reorchestrate and how he does it, because it was like, oh, you also have Debussy's The Engulfed Cathedral in Stokowski's arrangement. Whoa. And the 2 marches by Morton Gould are in tribute to 2 of our gallant allies, the New China March and the Red Cavalry March from World War II or some World War. God, I love this stuff. Okay, Stokowski does Liszt, Sibelius, and Tchaikovsky with his symphony orchestra in 1947. We've got Tchaikovsky's Sleeping Beauty highlights, The Swan of Tuonela by Sibelius, and Liszt Les Preludes. There you go. And we have zillions of these. Mozart and Beethoven conducting the New York City Symphony and the Philadelphia Orchestra, Beethoven's Pastoral Symphony, the New York City Symphony, and the Mozart Sinfonia Concertante for oboe, clarinet, bassoon, horn, and orchestra, which really isn't by Mozart, but it's with the Philadelphia Orchestra. And oh my, what a collection of soloists. Marcel Tabuteau, oboe, Bernard Portnoy, clarinet, Sol Schoenbach, bassoon, and Mason Jones, horn. Yeah. I mean, it's worth hearing just for the soloists, whether or not it's real Mozart or not. It's kind of irrelevant. Schubert's Unfinished with the All-American Youth Orchestra. And don't worry about the fact that it's a youth orchestra. Stokowski could have turned the New York City subway philharmonic into something that sounds like Vienna if he wanted to. I mean, he had that ability. It's amazing. Wagner, Forest Murmurs, Brahms first with the Hollywood Bowl from 41, 45, and 46. Okay. Next, the Nutcracker, Ippolitov Ivanov in the Manger, orchestrated by Stokowski. Glazunov, Danse Orientale from Scène de Ballet, ballet scenes, and Rimsky's Scheherazade. This is with Philly. These are 78s, 1934, apart from the Glazunov, which was made in 1927. You know, these are all remastered by Mark Obert Thorne and, you know, those famous remastery people. Then we've got, let's see, more Philadelphia stuff. First releases. Stokowski's arrangement of La Marseillaise and the Serenade by Schubert. Joseph LaMonica's Saltarello. Stokowski's Ballads Test March. That's interesting, isn't it? Stephen Foster, Oh Susanna. George Frederick Handel, The Pastoral from Messiah. All these are all Stokowski arrangements. Strauss, The Dance of the Seven Veils. Then we've got him in NBC. Robert Kelly's Sunset Reflections from the Adirondack Suite. When was the last time you heard that? And the March Slav, and Tchaikovsky's Solitude, and then the New York City Symphony, the Scriabin Etude in C-sharp minor, and Stokowski's arrangement, Schubert's Tyrolean dances from Deutsche Tänze, Opus 33, and Tchaikovsky's Romeo and Juliet. These are from 1927, well, between 1927 and 44. Okay. Russian masterworks with the NBC Symphony, 41 and 42. The Russian Easter Overture, which he always cut in strange ways. Tchaikovsky's Humoresque, Stravinsky's Firebird Suite, which was totally reorchestrated. He had a bell in it and things, and Ormandy used that version when he recorded the suite, by the way. Prokofiev's March from the Love for Three Oranges, and Tchaikovsky's Fourth Symphony. Oh, how demented. 41 and 42, yeah, okay. Next. Philadelphia Rarities. Here they are. These were from 1929 and 1940, from that period. And they are rarities, good Lord. Well, you've got the Spanish dance from La Vida Breve and two ancient liturgical melodies arranged by Stokowski, Veni Creator Spiritus and Veni Emmanuel. And Torina's Gypsy Dance from Sacred Mountain, or whatever that is. Arkady Dubensky, Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, with Benjamin Deloche, narrator. Let's see, and arranged by Hidemaru Kanoya, Etenraku, Japanese, ceremonial Japanese prelude. Harl MacDonald, well, he was kind of well known. Dance of the Workers from the Festival of the Workers Suite. Boy, is that a bit of socialist realism. The Legend of the Arkansas Traveler. The Rumba from Harl MacDonald Symphony No. 2. I would like to hear that symphony again. In a modern recording. Henry Eichheim. Japanese Nocturne from Oriental Impressions, and Bali Symphonic Variations. More Harl MacDonald, his Concerto for two pianos, and two Sousa marches, Manhattan Beach and El Capitan, from between 1929 and 1940. As I said, can you believe it? I mean, this is just such cool stuff. My God, it's overwhelmingly nifty. Tchaikovsky Pathetique with the Hollywood Bowl Symphony. Oh, did he mess with that piece? Wow! And Death and Transfiguration with the New York City Symphony from 44 and 45. Next, let's see. New York Philharmonic, the classic 1947 and 49 recordings, Volume 1. I may not have all these in order, but I think I have the rest of, yeah, here it is. Here's New York Philharmonic. Is this one? This is Volume 2. Okay, so here we go. Wanted to make sure I had this stuff, right? Wagner, Flying Dutchman, Ippolitov Ivanov, In the Village from Caucasian Sketches, Messe and l'Ascension, which was new then, let's not forget, because this is from, does it say what the dates are? No, it doesn't. Why not? I don't know. 47 to 49, it's right on the top, of course. Griffiths, The White Peacock, Wagner, Wotan's Farewell and Magic Fire Music. Oh, I love Stokowski's version of that. Well, this is a long one. The one on Everest is like 5 minutes or something. This is 15. Vaughan Williams' Fantasia on Greensleeves and Francesca da Rimini by Tchaikovsky. It's got to be cut, right? Because it's only 18 minutes long. It's normally 25. God knows what he does to that. Wagner, The Rienzi Overture, Sibelius, The Maiden with Roses from Swan White, Cacciatore Masquerade Suite, Tchaikovsky Waltz from the Serenade for Strings, just the waltz. Wagner, Götterdämmerung, Siegfried Rhine Journey and Funeral Music, Schoenberg's Song of the Wood Dove with Martha Lipton, mezzo-soprano. You may recall that she's, I think, the soloist in the Bernstein-Mahler Third, if I'm not mistaken. Copland from Billy the Kid, Prairie Night and Celebration Dance. Whew. I mean, it makes you perspire just thinking about all the music that he did. It's so cool. Oh, my God. This was a Sony recording. It's in the Stokowski Sony stereo box. Tchaikovsky, Aurora's Wedding, which is a bit of Sleeping Beauty that was done as a separate ballet for the Ballet Russe under Diaghilev, and then Encores, which has, of course, Encores. Then we've got Bach transcriptions with the All-American Youth Orchestra. This is from 1940-41, and we're almost done. Vaughan Williams, Symphony No. 4, Butterworth, A Shropshire Lad, and Antheil, Symphony No. 4, 1942, from 1943-44. I performed each of the 3 works on this CD only once in his career. That's it. This is them. They're rarities. Oh my God. And last but not least, Brahms 2, Mendelssohn 4. Okay, this is from the Sony, with the National Philharmonic, the Sony stereo box, and they're wonderful performances. They really are. It's just terrific. And so there you have it, my friends. The Kala Stokowski stuff. I have more Kala Stokowski stuff in the other facility, but that's a lot. And when we come back, we will finish up Stokowski eventually. I think we have one more Stokowski video in us. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me, and take care.